Perfect. We love that.
Yoga.
All right. Well, I will be brief. I just want to say welcome, everybody. My name is Katie, and I work at the Sacramento Public Library, where books are just the beginning. And I want to thank you for joining us for our midday yoga program. We're so excited to offer this to you and to have local yoga instructor Kirsten Johnson with us today. And we'll get back to her in just a moment. But first, I wanted to mention a few things. So first is that I'll be in the chat for the duration of the program. Should you have any questions or comments, you can feel free to share them there. If you're having any audio related issues, please exit the program and re-enter. We find that typically that will solve that issue. And if you need closed captioning at any point during the program, just click the live transcript button at the bottom of your screen. You'll click that button, wait just a moment, and then you'll see the closed captioning pop up and you can follow along. And I will make sure to put that in the chat as well. And we ask for your grace and understanding in this virtual world that we are in right now. If there's a delay, if one of the hosts drops off, or if we experience any other types of interruptions, please allow for time for us to resume the program. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and turn things over to Kirsten. So Kirsten, take it away, and everyone, please enjoy.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sac Library. Thank you, Katie. My name's Kirsten. And today we're going to be moving through a little chair yoga practice. And so just to set it up, I'll give you a little bit of suggestions that you can use that might be helpful for your practice. I will be doing this in the chair and sharing that from a chair perspective. But if you want to do this from the ground or seated on your mat, that's also something that's available to you. And there's Lucy, there's my dog. She thinks she's going outside, but she's not. All right, so here's what you have. In addition to one chair, I actually have two chairs that I'll be using. I have a yoga strap. If you don't have a strap, grab a dog leash, a scarf, a belt, anything that can create some kind of extension for you. I've got two yoga blocks also, so you can use those, and I've got a bolster. So let's get into it. If you are been walking or sitting all day, maybe just stand up before we get started into our chair practice and just start to move your body. Shake out anything. Shake out what you were doing beforehand, maybe what you got going on after. Just shake it all out and just honor your time that you've taken to come here to this brief 30-minute yoga practice and to actually come into the present. So just shake everything off. Shake it all off. Shake it all off. Yeah, shake it all off. Shake your head, your fingers, your toes, your whole entire body. And then come and find yourself either seated in a chair or seated on the ground on your mat. And we'll start connecting with our breath. And all the things that I'm offering to you today will be an offer. They will be a suggestion. Take them if it applies and let the rest fly. So come into a seat. Find your sit bones, wiggle around, and then find a place where if you're sitting in a chair, maybe having your feet firmly planted onto the earth. And so your sit bones, your spine is becoming long, crown of the head is extending up, and take a full inhale and open your mouth, sigh, let it go and release. Maybe a couple more rounds of breath with just opening up, coming present, and just connecting with how you have coming into your practice today. Inhale and out. Let the shoulders soften. Feel the body fill up. Receiving that big full breath in and releasing and letting go on the exhale. And then you can continue with these full bodied exhales or just continue with your normal cadence, your normal rhythm, your normal round of breath of in through the nose, out through the nose, feeling yourself supported, sit bones grounded, long spine is long, crown of the head is lifted. Bring some softness to your face, to your jaw, maybe to the shoulders. And every practice you'll have the opportunity, this practice, to create an intention, create how you want to spend the next time. Do you want to spend it here just breathing, and that's perfectly okay? Or you can follow along with some of the gentle movements from the chair yoga practice today. Or maybe you have your own intention you want to make. How do you want to spend the next 25 minutes of your practice? Do that and solidify that with the next 5 rounds of breath in and breath out. Creating this intention, this focus. And when you're ready, on your last breath, inhale, bring the arms up and around, all the way up, and stretch long. Inhale, hands come together at the heart center, back down through the heart. Exhale. Sealing all of that in with 1 breath in and 1 breath out. All right, let the shoulders relax, hands drop down to the lap, and then we'll start with a little bit of neck rotation. So like I said, in the chair or on a mat, you can even do the standing if you're so inclined. So bring the chin down through the chest and feel the length of the back of the spine. Keep the sit bones grounded, and then start to make some rotations. Ear over to one shoulder, bringing back through center, ear over to the other shoulder, back through center. Just notice how this motion feels. And if it feels okay, then maybe you take a full rotation, a full circle all the way around. Only pay attention if it feels okay for your neck. And make these slow circles or back and forth. Remember, this is about noticing and coming into your practice of what do you need right here. All right. When you are done making this last rotation, go ahead and leave the ear over to your right shoulder. Soften the shoulders just a little bit as they come away from the ears and stay right there. Soften your face. Take that right hand, bring it up and around, and just let it land on top of the head. You're not pulling, but just the palms landed on top of the head. Maybe the middle finger to the middle of the ear canal. Let the right elbow come on out. There you go. And this is going to maybe feel a big stretch on the opposite side, on the left side. You can either have the hand come away, the left hand can reach away, or the left hand can come to the seat of your chair. And then you can use this to encourage, not force it, but just encourage a little bit more opening on your breath in and breath out. One more breath like that. Tuck the chin, bring it back down to center, let the hand release back down to the lap. And then start to move that motion back and forth, side to side again. Ear over the shoulder, ear over the shoulder. And then this time, if you want to, go ahead and make that rotation into the opposite direction or continue the ear to shoulder motion. Snap, crackle, pop, all the nooks and crannies, just getting a little bit of more space in with breath. When you're ready, let the ear come over to the opposite side. So now it's onto the left shoulder. Take your shoulders up by your ears and bring them back down and around so you have all this space between the ear and the shoulder. When you're ready, let both sit bones remain grounded. Left hand comes up and around and rests on top of the head. There you go. Left elbow out, getting this nice long stretch into the opposite side of the body. And remember, you can bring the right hand out or you can grab the seat and then create a little bit more movement, a little bit more space into this neck stretch. Breathe here. And release. One breath, one more breath, just like that. And everything comes back, chin comes back down to the chest. And you slowly wiggle the head back long. All right. Shake your shoulders and shake your elbows and shake your whole spine. All right, let's get into a little bit of shoulder movement. So either seated on the ground, remember standing, or I'm doing this in a chair. Let's start to move the shoulders in a circular motion. There you go. Round and round. Maybe you create more movement and you involve the elbows or the arms. Oh. And then when you're ready, come back and do that to the opposite direction. So come here. No, you're not going outside. So that's my dog. She wants to participate too, but she's not going to. All right. I got to give her a little treat, y'all. Bear with me. Everybody needs a little treat. Grab some water, grab a treat, grab whatever you need right here. Go back to your bed. All right. So let's do a little bit more shoulder action. I'm going to use now my shoulder strap. So grab your belt, your strap, anything that you need. No, you're not going outside. Okay. So let's start with this. Bringing your arms up and around. The strap is going to be into your right hand. Bring your arms up and around. Lengthen through the spine. There we go. Reach long. Inhale. And exhale. Let the left hand come down. The right hand's going to stay up. So you're really stretching long, creating all this length into the side of the body. Okay. Bend the right elbow and then let the forearm or the back of the head and the forearm come to meet. The strap is still into your right hand. Left hand's going to come out, thumb is down, and then bend the elbow and reach around and grab that piece of the strap that's hanging, or maybe even your hands come to meet. So here we are, lengthening through the spine, opening up through the heart and shoulders. Breathe right here. And relax your shoulders. Option to stay right here, or to start to take a little slight bend over to the left side. There you go. Keep pressing the back of the head into the forearm. Okay, coming on back up. Inhale, open up the arms. Both arms come up and strap and start to walk the shoulder blades up. Take the strap, switch to hands. Now it's in the left hand, long spine. Right hand comes down. Soften your shoulders. Once again, lift up through the sit bones, up through the crown. Bend the right elbow or the left elbow and let the back of the forehead come into meet. The back of your forehead. The back of your head come meet your forearm. There you go. Inhale here. Bring the opposite hand, thumb down, and reach around and grab that strap once again. Opening up through the shoulder, the collar, and the heart. Breathe here, breathe. And release. One more side breath here. And then you can also do that side bend over to the opposite side. Go ahead. Breathe here. And come on back up through center. One more treat for the dog, and maybe she'll go find it. Okay, and then open up the arms, both arms come up to meet, and then swan dive them down to your lap. Shake out the shoulders, shake out the shoulders. Yeah, shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. All right, we're getting ready to get into a little bit of cat and cow here now. So hands come onto the shins. Inhale, let the heart lift, and seated cow. Heart lift, belly gets full, come and extends. Maybe even the neck drops back just a little. You don't force it. And then exhale, you round the back and come on through. Breathe in and breathe into your cat and cow motion. Or you can also do this in a rounding thing as you round and inhale and exhale. Move into the opposite direction. There you go. So just creating some length in your spine, movement in your spine. All right. When you're ready. Yeah, today's those kind of days where the dog wants to be very, very active into the yoga class. Go find it. Okay, go find it. All right. So now we're going to use two chairs coming into a little bit of legs. I'm going to turn it opposite and face this chair. You have something. You can, if you're seated on the ground, you can just go ahead and extend your legs. And so I will extend my right leg, or my left leg is going to be on top of the chair. Both legs are going to be on top of the chair. So if you're seated on the ground, just go ahead and let both legs extend long. No. Just and sit up straight, long spine. Here you go. Here. Okay. Finding your strap, we're going to let One, you're going to let your right leg come down to the bend your knee and let your right foot come down to the mat or to the earth. Or if you are seated on the mat, you can let your right knee bend. Take the strap, loop it around the opposite foot. So this is your left foot extended, left toes up to the sky. And then gradually on your next breath in, you'll lengthen. Exhale, you'll start to walk the body down. Start to walk the body down. Breathe here.
Kirsten, can you unmute yourself?
There we go. I am so sorry. I was on mute because I didn't want you to hear the dog bark. Okay, here we go. All right, when you're ready, start to walk the body back up, bending both knees, and then coming back into this long seated spine. Breathe in and breathe out. All right, let's do the opposite leg. This time, opposite leg goes on top, the remaining leg seated on the foot on the floor. Take your strap, loop it around the ball of that foot, flex the toes, and stay here. And maybe here's where you want to stay. Relax the grip on the strap, and then on your breath in, lengthen. On your breath out, start to fold forward, walking the hand up the strap, grabbing hold of ankle, grabbing hold of toes. Breathe in, inhale, and exhale, you just release. And then just notice where you notice what you notice. Is there any room to soften? Is there any room to let go and release? Keep breathing and releasing. There you go. One more breath here. Exhale all the way back up. All right. The joys of being at home in your own environment with the dog and all of the surprises. We'll come here now into a forward fold. So here I'll use my blocks for an option. If you're on the ground, you can also loop the strap around both feet. Or you can use also a bolster. So I will use the block as the option. As you sit long through the spine, maybe coming to the edge of your seat. Inhale, reach the arms long. Exhale, start to dive forward, hinging from your hip crease. This is a good indication of how you should forward fold. Belly sits on top of the thighs. Hands can come to the blocks, down to the ground, or actually onto the seat. So find your version of a forward fold in your chair. Feel the sit bones remain seated and attached to whatever surface they are. So whether it's your seat or to the mat, feel the sit bones as the spine becomes long. Soften your shoulders and let the head and neck, just let gravity do what it does. Let it fall and release. Keep breathing, inhale and exhale. And slowly walk the body back all the way up to the top. There you go. There you go. Go find it. Okay. Go ahead and set the bolster aside. And from here, we're coming to a seated figure four. So you get to choose which side you want. I'm going to start with my left side. Both sit bones are going to be on the ground. If you're on your back, you can either do this seated, or you can come all the way on the mat, come all the way down to the ground. Bending both knees. Taking I'll start with my right, Taking my right leg, bending the knee out to the side, and setting the right ankle on top of the left thigh. So this is the way it looks seated in the chair, or you can do that as you are seated on the ground. Go ahead and flex that foot. Sometimes I like to bring the palm to that foot so you can flex that foot and then gentle, a little bit of hand on that knee that's out to the side to encourage it to open up. Breathe here. If you're on the ground, you can bring that foot on the ground into the chest, or if you're seated in a chair, you can slowly start to walk the body forward, bringing elbows to that shin or calf, and stay right there. Soften your face and breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. One more breath here, and then slowly come all the way back up. Uncross that figure 4 and maybe windshield wiper those legs from side to side. All right, let's try that on the opposite side. So you'll press it down, bring that knee up and out to the side. And every side is going to have a different extension, different mobility. So for my opposite side, my knee's not able to come all the way out. And this is where I'll stay upright, just breathing. But if you have more flexibility, then go ahead and take that. Notice where your breath is, notice where your breath is not. And then ease into the shape of your figure 4. Continue to breathe and release on the exhales. There you go. On your breath out, let's go ahead and let everything come back to center. And then windshield wiper from side to side. All right. We've got a couple more shapes, or one more shape before we head into our final shape of rest. So for the next shape, I'll invite you to come into a butterfly shape. So if you're on the ground, come all the way to your back. Put the soles of the feet together and let the knees come out wide. You can also do this in the seat by either putting your feet on a block and having the knees come out wide. And then also it may be helpful to take a bolster, put into the opposite seat and hug over so that you can start to hinge forward into your butterfly pose. Hugging that bolster into the chest, opening up through the heart and to the inner legs and thighs. Soften everything in here. So if you can soften your hips, you can soften your shoulders, you can soften your face, your jaw, anything and everything. With your next exhale, breathe in, and then exhale, breathe out, and just let it all go. Do that 2 more times, and then gradually come all the way back up, and then set up yourself for your final shape of Shavasana in a chair that could look like just putting your legs out there on that extended chair and hugging in that bolster one more time. And then today's mindful moment. It's just 2 words. Be kind. You have the opportunity to be kind to yourself, to be kind to someone else. Be kind. You've done all the things you need to do for your practice, so just breathe, inhale and exhale. When you're ready, start to slowly come out of your final resting shape, or stay there if you want to, if you need some more rest. Remember, if that's the kindest thing you can do for yourself, be kind. You need some more rest, rest. But if you're moving, slowly start to move your shoulders, your hips, your knees, maybe bringing knees into chest. Coming back into a seat. We'll gather the practice and all the benefits as we go throughout the rest of our day. We're taking a breath in together. So inhale, bring the arms up and around. Long spine, inhale, hands come together at the heart, exhale. And may we offer the kindness, the gentleness, the compassion, and gratitude of this practice, not only to ourselves, but to everyone. And in the spirit of Ubuntu, I am because we are. What you do here on the mat, know that it radiates and shares throughout the world. Thank you for your practice. Lucy, my dog, really wanted to be verbal today and be part of it, and she's got so many treats, so thank you for being part of that. And I will turn it back over to Katie.
Well, thank you again. And hey, we invite our furry friends to join in on the yoga magic that you have. So that was wonderful. Well, thank you again, everybody, for joining us for Midday Yoga. And a big thank you to Kirsten for another amazing session. We invite you to explore additional exercise resources in the library collection, including yoga books and DVDs available right now on Hoopla. We'll be back next Wednesday at noon, so we hope to see you then. So to find a library location near you, sign up for a library card, or to see upcoming virtual programs for all ages, just go to www.saclibrary.org. So for Kirsten, myself, and the Sacramento Public Library, thank you so much and be well.
Bye. Bye.